Well, well, well. Pulling up on Olisar in a hammerhead. Hey, everybody. Real Squared here. December 12th, 2018. So, what is there to talk about regarding Star Citizen? I don't know that there's been a whole lot of news. Uh, the big stuff, Hurston, Hurston's moons, all those kinds of things, the 3.3.6.7, that stuff is talked about and has been discussed and gone over quite a bit by now. But there is something I would like to talk about. I'm so glad to see that the background ambience of the naysayers is kind of quiet now. It's like, oh, okay. Especially the Vaporware Club. I really. So now what you'll hear is, well, yeah, you can go to a planet, something they said that they were going to do. Yeah, that's true. And, you can go to more moons, and the moons are more detailed. So we need something. Well, there's nothing to do. Well, not yet. For people who are looking for, I don't know. I'm having a great time. As you can see, I'm currently playing around with a hammerhead. I'm the only person in it. I'm not really up to snuff on the whole multiplayer part yet. I like the fact that it's there. I want to join in, but I've not gone in yet, pulled up a hammerhead and typed in, hey, who wants to join me in a hammerhead? I mean, the only thing I could think of to do that with would be, who'd want to join me in a hammerhead to go to Jumptown? And, I think anyone going to Jumptown would want to probably cash in on the Widow. So if I could carry their ship, I'm not trying to complain about it. I'm just simply saying that multiplayer will become much more viable for me when I can pay another player directly, or they can pay me directly, or we can share in the profits, or share in the cost, the risk. So, right now, but that said, I spent a lot of time, and I do spend a lot of time in Star Citizen. Another person who's out there who puts things out online suggested to me
Landing complete.
in a comment or in a text or something like that, that I wind up playing a lot with music playing in my living room. So I may put out things where it's just the music that happens to be on in the background. It's on my computer playing, so it's just another channel on my computer, but it's fairly easy to take that audio track, that wave track, or and just lay it down with the Star Citizen video. So I may do that, because I have a lot of Star Citizen that I do play and I do record, but I don't have a whole lot that I want to say that sort of repeats what has been said over and over again on YouTube and Twitch and you name it. I've seen some of the Evocati leaks for 3.4. It looks pretty good. I don't see 3.4 as such a minimal update, because there's not any new ships, so there's not any new. I don't really know I have to look at the roadmap, but I've heard. I think I've listened to a couple of the big streamers. So I'll have to take a look at that and see what that's about. 3.4 to me is, I'm presuming it'll be improvements, tweaks, some cleanups, not everything, but things like that is what I'm expecting out of it. Probably a little bit less stutter, although frankly, I can't complain at all. I mean, what you're looking at is me with a 970, literally a 970 and a 1700, a Ryzen 1700. And I'm not complaining at all. I mean, I play around some with the bit rates of the recordings I make, and like I said, I think I'll just put them out there, but they won't be for everyone because it'll be the music track, there will be music instead of game audio, or it'll be in addition to game audio, but it's my own particular library of MP3s that just happen to randomly shuffle around and play often in my environment. So you know, don't expect it to match up. Sometimes you'll hear something that has nothing to do with space or nothing to do with action, or who knows, it'll be just whatever's in my MP3 library. But I may do that. I may put those up there because other than, I do, like I said, I do play Star Citizen often. I just don't really, I can, if I can praise it, I don't have a whole lot of complaints. I'm really glad that some company somewhere decided to make something like this. And this, what you're seeing, appeals to me. Just the sense of scale, the fidelity. I see progress being made, so I've long since decided that my input, or the level that I've backed into this, is I'm not unhappy with it at all. And frankly, I haven't been. There are times when they frustrated me because something that I like to use doesn't work, but then it came back. Clearly being able to look around while I also fly the ship around had went away from me for quite some time. And it almost made me, well, it did for a period of time. I just did not play because I'd always have to aim my ship at whatever direction I'm looking at. So now we've jumped to some gameplay of Hurston, and I'm walking around, and even this is, for those who know, this area was not always this smooth. I do recall the first day, and the first day I came here, and the nightmare. Wow, what a time that was. You know, a little while back, there was a couple of YouTube content providers that do, at least to my knowledge, I've seen them do Star Citizen. And both of them had what I thought were very intelligent, very balanced introductions. Yet again, introductions to Star Citizen. And I got the impression they were really aiming at the influx of new people just coming into the game after the the anniversary sale and the anniversary week and all of that stuff. So I thought they were both very good, well laid out, well communicated pieces of video. But no one really ever talks to a new user about. They introduce Star Citizen and tell you things, but it's almost textbookish, even if it's a balanced view. For example, here we go. A good example is, wow, I'm just trying to think, because there's so many other things that people would love to know. Like, here we go. If you go to Jumptown to get Widow, to sell it, that's something you're going to gravitate to if you, at this time, come into the game, because it's talked about, and it's one of the ways that you could actually make money that you don't hear a lot of complaints as far as the mechanic working. But going to Jumptown and getting Widow is not just a thing you can just do. One, you have to find it. There's videos out there that tell you how to do that, but even after those videos, it's still that. Two is, well, you know, it's one of those areas we're now learning that it's not really UEE sanctioned. And what that means is it's like the government. It's like the local government or whoever enforces laws. They don't have any jurisdiction out there, so it's other players decide how that rolls. I like that. I like that. But you have to tell new players, all of those things are built into the game, and those are good things. The thing that you have to be afraid of is having the Widow in your cargo hold, heading to wherever it is you're going to sell it, and the game crashes. So the only way you deal with that is to have the right mindset of what you're doing. You're testing something that no matter how many people can complain about how long they've been developing it or how much money they have, they openly tell you that it doesn't work yet. It's not up to snuff yet. It's not a finished or a polished experience yet. There will be bugs. There will be glitches. There will be times when things you do will all of a sudden go away. That capability won't be around. One of the things they don't explain to people clearly, although they say it quite nicely and they put it out there, but they don't convey the human side, the emotional side. And that is, look, every 3 months you get a new build. Here's what a new build means. It means that every 3 months, no matter what it is you're doing, all of that goes away, and when you log in again, you're a brand new person, and you can make a brand new face, and you have a brand new, not a brand new account, but a brand new, all your money that you had, if you made any, is gone, and you go back to your original 5,000 AUEC, which I'm going to call dollars. That's so you can relate. It's dollars and games money. So you start off again with $5,000, and every 3 months, no matter what you did for those 3 months, it all goes away and you go back to the 5 again. The reason is because with each new build, there's new things added. You'll hear a lot of debates about nice big things were added or little background stuff that supposedly will help the technology added or possibly some, who knows. But every 3 months you get a new build that's like a new updated version of what you had. Or it's an updated version of what you had before. So either it adds to what you have in terms of copying files down to your computer, or it'll just wipe what you have and put in a whole new set. Who knows? But that happens every 3 months. And so early in the build means like in the first couple of weeks after the new build was installed on your computer, you don't want to do something that will make you lose your $5,000 that you get. Because then you have to go the rest of the 3 month cycle, starting from whatever you have left. So going out and spending all of your money on Widow, piling it into your cargo hold, it's okay if another person makes that a problem, but it kind of sucks when the game crashes and you lose it all. So the way you get around that is two things. Adjust your mindset to the fact that the game could possibly crash at any time. Sometimes more often than you'd like. And secondly, when you go to buy Widow, whether you want to or not, buy little bits at a time, if that means something to you. If losing all of your 3 month money means something to you. I like the fact that it does. I like the fact that you can. And believe me, I'll go there and I'll have like $5 left and it'll crash and that's all I'll have. Oh, darn it. Oh, shucks. But then, what do? I just start doing other things. running missions. Sometimes I've carried a box back to Levski and could never get to where the box was supposed to go. I went somewhere and got it. that's new users need to know that. You can go to Alpha Centauri. Take a few moments to get there. Go to some place, pick up a box, put it in your ship. You might have to deal with folks there, AI that are trying to kill you. So you may have to fly through them or fight with a couple, and you'll go through all that. I've done that, and you get it back to Levski. And once you're parked in Levski, which by the way can sometimes be interesting in and of itself, but you make it all the way there, you got the box in your hand, and you're walking around in that grand barter area or all these different back hallways, but you can never get to where that marker is that's on your screen saying, well, it's just like 100 meters over here. That happens. So you put it down and you go, okay, I didn't make money on that one. And then I personally always fly back to Olisar. And that's the other thing too. I believe for the current time, whenever you do spawn back in, you're going to spawn in. Whenever they do reset everything every 3 months, then you'll spawn in at Hurston. Hurston being our first planet that we can land on and go around. The thing that was amazing and incredible to people, and now there's nothing to do. Yes, there is. For me, there is. Just to be able to do that. I get there. A company finally made something that allows me to do just that. Go to a planet and ride around on something. It'll be interesting if you're one day riding around and there's things there on the planet. Not necessarily, bad guys that's going to try to shoot at you, but like, it doesn't have to be a sandworm. As far as I'm concerned, it can be a land crab, a fast-moving land crab, about the size of I don't know, let's pick something. About the size of a reclaimer. So who knows? But anyway, that's at least some of the things I think new users need to know about. Though what the real feelings are about risk. Like I said, it's not necessarily people trying to take your widow out of your ship or things like that. That's sort of the fun in the game to me. It's okay, I have it in my hold. That's why you'll see people rushing to get somewhere to sell it, because as long as they have cargo or as long as they have items in their ship, if the game crashes, well, damn it, I lost that. I lost that money. Oh. But other than that, like I said, I'm having a good time with that. People complain. And here we go. The next thing I want to discuss is, of course, travel times. I love the travel times. I can't tell you how much I love the fact that it's 10 minutes to go from Hurston to Crusader. I love those travel times because of what it's done to the way I do Star Citizen. For one thing, I know that's 10 minutes where the game, I can walk away and it won't crash. Actually, for me, it's not really 10 minutes anymore. It was. It's now like down to 7 or something. I don't know. And so, that's why. I lost track of but again, even that's what a thing Star Citizen is. It really is an experience for me personally, and they're chugging along with it for me. I just can't. I just have so much fun with it. But I think I'll start putting up some videos like that, and for some it'll be music, for others it'll be like, oh my God, this is excruciating, and I hear it. I hear you. Yeah. Yeah. So, anyway, that's it for now, and I'll get back on the next video.